everyone.
Here.
Mrs. Moyer,
Here.
Mr. Kaler,
Here.
Mayor Ulrich,
Here.
all present and accounted for.
Well, at this time, I apologize to the audience, but we need to take an executive session for personnel matters. So if you'll excuse us for a few moments, and we'll be back to continue the meeting.
Just make note of the time going out, please.
so that it's legal to go.
Okay, we'll adjourn this meeting. Presentations none, bids,
There are no bids, sir.
all right.
Under correspondence, as I said to you during our workshop the other day, I have received a letter of resignation from one of our full-time police officers, Derek Jenkins, and his resignation was effective yesterday, right, Chief Psycho?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and under another matter regarding correspondence, which I received this morning, the chief of police has advised me, that he received a resignation of another full-time officer here in the city, and that full-time officer, I don't have that up here with me, chief, I think I left that.
That would be Wesley Jordan.
Wesley Jordan, he is departing, and chief, what day is that?
December 22nd will be his last.
This one, did you say December 20th?
So what will that put us, Chief? That'll make us what, 4 down?
Roughly, yeah, right now, we're gonna be, including me, will be at, including me going back on the road at 8,
Okay.
There's
3.
And the chief, we have advertised, it was a cutoff date, I believe.
Yes, sir. We did start the testing through the Civil Service Commission. We've already taken the written test. We have 6, let me rephrase that. We had 9 applicants. 3 withdrew their applications from us. 6 tested for the written examination. 2 were disqualified due to testing. As of this past Thursday, we had 4 attend the physical agility. All the paperwork was turned over to Dr. Catino, who's the chair of the police commission, and we'll be scheduling oral interviews probably sometime next week. We'll be having oral interviews for that portion of the testing process.
Okay. So that's it as far as correspondence.
All right, do we have any citizens' comments?
We didn't do the motion to accept the letter. of
Oh.
resignation.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's okay.
All right, can I have a motion to accept Officer Jenkins' letter of resignation?
I'll second the motion. I'll second. It's with regrets.
Mr. Taylor.
Okay, anything on the question?
Before we vote, I just want to say that I sent a message out to Officer Jenkins. I've known him before I got on council. We're losing a great asset there. He was wonderful. And I'm talking with the kids in this area, the youth. He would go out to the playground, throw a ball around with them. He would go out there fixing the bikes. He made the kids in this area not afraid to come up to law enforcement. It was such a true asset. We're going to miss that. And like I told him personally, I said, I'm selfish right now, saying, I hate to see you go because I think we need more life in you. So.
All right, thank you. Anything else?
Mr. Duganis,
Regretfully, yes.
Mr. McLaughlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Boyer,
Yes.
Mr. Kaler,
Yes.
Mayor Olber.
I want to say no, but yes.
The motion carries unanimously to accept the resignation. And I guess we can also,
Citizen comments?
no, sir, should we act on the one that I got today? Or leave that alone today?
Well, I mean,
There's,
you did receive it.
yes, I did
Okay, so-
receive it, and there's no need for any debate, you can't stop it from
Right.
time.
So might as well,
Do it.
All right, can we have a motion to accept the letter of resignation of Wesley Jordan?
effective December 22nd, chief?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, effective December 22nd.
I'll make the motion again regretfully. And I'll second.
Okay, anything on the question?
Mr. Duganitz,
Again, regretfully, yes.
Councilman McLaughlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilman Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Olrich.
Yes.
The motion carries to accept the resignation on that police officer. So with that said, Mayor Olrich, you can proceed to the citizen comment section.
All right, citizens' comment contingent upon business listed on the agenda. Please just state your name, sir.
Dave Brzezowski, I am the store manager at Napa Auto Parts. And basically a complaint of the neighbor that's behind us at the store with trash. Keeps piling up. And there's dates on these pictures. You want to see them?
Sir, I don't, at the end of the meeting, you'll have an opportunity. This is if something's
Oh,
on
okay.
the agenda.
No
If
problem.
that's okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, under minutes, a motion to accept the minutes of the City of Shamokin Council meeting of November 18th, 2024, the regular council meeting.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Anything on the question?
Mr. Duganitz,
Yes.
Mr. McLaughlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
and Mayor Olrich.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Okay, under bills, a motion to approve the bills from November 2024 is listed on the bill list.
Sorry.
I just had one question on there.
Wait,
So,
we need a second and then I'll.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
Thank you. And on the question, it's yours.
so under the ARPA COVID Care Act, there were two figures there with nothing in front of them. Just wondering what they are.
Can I say something?
Sure.
On the bill list?
I believe this would be a balance. These are not bills. I think this is the total.
Okay, that's a, I just trying.
I'm guessing, I'm not really. These two are bills.
Okay.
32 and 31, so.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure, that's why I was asking. Thank you. Yeah, okay. I just wasn't sure what we were.
Ready to vote.
Yes.
There was a space there. I don't know why I printed like that.
Mike, anything else?
No, thank you.
You don't know. More ask.
Mr. Duganitz,
Yes.
Mr. McLaughlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Olrich.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimous. Yes, sir.
Okay, under director's report, accounts and finance.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the treasurer's report for November 2024. The total general fund balance as of December 1st is $812,429.78. The total motor license balance, $229,474.97. The total library balance, $206,489.99. Total sinking fund number one balance, $242,362.81. Total sinking fund number two recreation balance, $280,975.85. Total street lighting balance, $9,355.54. Total American Legion balance, $785.17. Total Neighborhood Mitigation Fund, $26,452.26. Total Code Department credit card balance, $5,494. Total Police Department credit card balance, $2,476.26, for a total balance in all accounts of $1,816,296.63. And my thanks to Brenda Scandal, our treasurer. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it for tonight.
All right, well, thank you. Parks and public buildings.
Well, I would like to thank Jeannie Schaefer. I think she did a wonderful job with the Christmas parade and the downtown Christmas festival. It was cold, very cold day, but she made it work. She did a wonderful job. I got to present on behalf of the city and the mayor to the Shamokin High School volleyball team, the Little Indians youth football team, our cheerleaders, and the band for their competition, for their outstanding jobs that they did this year. All did that. They were all part of the parade and they were excited. I do have a wonderful picture of all the kids. They would have never been able to fit in this portion. But I did not do the varsity football team. I'm hoping there that we can request maybe the captains and just the captains and the high school football coach to come up to a meeting, a council meeting further on, and we can give them a nice award. Good. So that we can all be there for that. Other than that, it's wonderful to see everybody out there decorating. I think the town is looking really good. The lights, thank you, Councilman McLaughlin, for all the work you've done there. Justin Bainbridge, great job. I think it looks beautiful down there. And Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right. Streets and public improvements.
Okay, so from the street department, they'll be finishing up their leaf cleaning collection this week, with any luck anyway. 2 truck issues we had this past month, at least one good one was an engine, and a second one that's in currently with a turbo. Both will be fixed hopefully by the end of the, I think the one came back, the other one went, so that should be back by the end of the week. Christmas decorations are all up. There's a couple that are not working, but they are not the decoration, and it is not a city issue, it's the receptacles on the light poles. So PPNL has been notified, but we have no control over when they're gonna fix them. All the equipment's ready for the winter. Snow plows are all good to go, and needless to say, they got a little work out here the other day. We have a good supply of salt and anti-skid, so we're good till probably the end of the year unless something really crazy happens on the street.
So I can tell the township we won't be coming over.
I would never say that. Mother Nature can always play games, but at the same time, currently it looks good. And that's it for me.
All right, thank you.
All right, code enforcement monthly report for November. We have rental revenue, 300. Rental registrations is 300. Parking permits is 20. Other permits is 2,176. Dumpster permit is 250. Headworks permit is 50. Zoning permit is 30. Third party inspector, $829. Excavating permit is $167. Zoning hearing variance is $850. So the total revenue collected is $2,496. Complaints addressed for the code enforcement activity is 123. Notice of violation sent is 38. Citations written is 37. Landlord inspections complete is 5. Posted unfit is 3. Fire calls is 3. Warnings is 29.
Just one question. Bruce, you might be able to answer that. What was the hearing, the zoning hearing variance? I don't remember seeing anything on that.
I have to ask tomorrow, so.
Okay, if you couldn't let me know, I'd appreciate it.
So then the fire report for service calls is 1, fire calls is 13, fire alarms is 4, hazardous conditions is 5, emergency services is 14, malfunctions is 1 for a total of 38. Working fires is 1, gave mutual aid is 20, and received mutual aid is 1. And that's all I have.
Okay, well, thank you. Mr. Kinder.
No, I don't have anything for the meeting, but I would like to take this opportunity, I don't get a chance when everyone's here, to thank everyone on council for their cooperation and preparation of this budget, because it was stressful, it's always a stressful time, especially now with the smoking situation. So I want to thank everyone, solicitor, Val, Bob, good job, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Be safe. That's all I have.
That's it, thank you. Mrs. Campbell.
I just want to say, Mike, to your question, on the ARPA fund, that's not the balance. They're just numbers that I'm sure were in there and were forgotten to be deleted, that's all. If you look at the second page of all of your financials that I give each month, that shows every single account that the city that I reconcile. And you'll see there's like 187,000 left
Okay.
in the ARPA, which
Is it encumbered though? Is it? No, 187 spent.
no,
No, it is.
no,
Still available.
yes, we're going to get a police car out of that, which will probably take up about 55. And then the rest is going to be refunded to the city for police wages, because during COVID, whether or not they had done it or not, the police had to work.
Yeah.
So we're able to, by state law,
Put that in the
recoup that, yeah, and that goes back to the general fund.
Is that, while we're on that subject, is that what number 18 is on the request? That is, what, do we know the dollar amount of that?
Of what?
Tonight, we're voting on number 82.
Yeah,
Well,
187.
Take off the car, the police vehicle, so I'm assuming
137-ish.
about 57,000.
We don't have to do the penny.
Yeah, and I'm not holding anybody to a penny.
So-
If you see, look at the count, the ARPA count,
Up 130?
yeah, I just can't give you the exact amount, we're gonna have to work on that together. The reason you have it on your agenda for tonight is the city is required to spend down that account by the end of the year, the
Yes.
calendar year. So I thought we gotta get that on your agenda so you all can vote on it, it's just going back to the city, the city's just putting it
Right.
back. But you need to take action to allow that to happen.
And I was just, because I wasn't sure, I'm
No,
just
I was gonna
asking.
share on that during my portion,
Okay.
so thank you, Brenda, that's what that's for.
Yeah, I only asked because it came
And
up.
then I can close that account.
Yes, you can. And the city
We'll get
gets
rid
to
of the
pocket
account
the
part.
interest rate, the interest that they accumulated, so that's, the interest that's been accumulated, that's yours, you don't have to capture that.
Which that normally doesn't happen. with
I know.
any grant
No, I
anywhere.
know, yeah.
You normally
So
have to
that-
send the interest back.
That come down in the guidelines? that-
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just, are you done, Brenda?
I am.
One other item that we need to put on by probably in January is the approval of a treasurer elected salary
Yeah.
for the next election cycle. So we just have to make a note that that needs to be on our agenda.
Is my Would that be the meeting at the end of December? Or is it you're talking?
By January, because we have to do it by February, right, Brenda?
February 15th.
15th of February.
So if we do it by
First meeting.
in January, yes. That's just setting the salary for the next 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with next year's budget.
Couple $100,000 for the.
Yeah, then I'll run again.
I'm trying to keep her.
Okay.
I do that, I was checking off.
This is Scandal.
Yes.
I just wanted to, I know it's strange for me to speak, but I wanted to ask, we've been focused on next year's budget, but I want to know, how are things looking for you, for us to be able to end 2024?
Yes.
You have everything you need, receipts, et cetera, that we'll be able to close it out.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. Things are looking well,
it's good to hear.
very well, yes. As you can see, what's in the general fund
Yeah,
right now.
right. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So you have it,
Chief of Police.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
sometime today.
Real,
See, you're gonna have to take that.
for November's stats, juvenile petitions was 3 arrests. Criminal complaints were 34 arrests, non-traffic citations 6, traffic citations 69, parking tickets 252, sweeper tickets 130, code tickets issued 17. Total calls of 1,334 for the month of November, with 4,215 miles patrolled. Also, I talked with Kevin today from the warehouse. We are in the process of purging our evidence room, which we have to do. I know he's able to go down to Army surplus. I made a suggestion, asked him if he can try and find one of those large containers, the metal containers. We have to do something. We're out of room, which everybody's aware of it. I know that, but we're sort of at the point now we can't move. So I asked Kevin. He said he'd take it upon himself to check for me at price wise. But even if we get a container, it's secured, we can start storing some of what we need to hold to free up some room inside the building. I don't know what the cost is or anything like that, but I'll keep everybody informed. He's gonna go down and try and find something for me.
Where would we put the containers? Is that like the, or
The whole thing right now is I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Greco about some things and also our district attorney, because I just have to see, no one's ever done this before. This is gonna be a first, having a secondary container storage unit. And I know the containers are fire rated and stuff like that, so that's a plus.
Well, we shouldn't disclose.
No, it's Christmas. Yeah, but also, everybody knows we're waiting on our cars to come.
It's still missing.
It's terrible. I got a phone call on Friday, and the conversation sort of went like this. Chief, we found your police car. This was supposed to be delivered September 8th. And the bad news is it's totaled.
Oh my God.
So apparently there was an incident during transport and our car was totaled during the mishap. So I asked about our second vehicle and the reply was it's in pieces. So when I asked them to explain that, they just started manufacturing on that, and that was supposed to be delivered November 15th. So I was able to talk to some people in the food chain, and for our problems and what has occurred, I spoke to Mr. Slavy, but since it's contractual and there's money involved, I'm not going to mention it, but the folks that we're dealing with is going to take care of us for the inconvenience that we suffer. So we're hoping by February, like one of the cars. Can't make any promises, but we're hoping. So Bob and I, and the mayor's aware of it, I have been on a weekly basis driving to the car dealership. These people have called everybody you can believe, from the people who built it to the people who loaded it on the truck, and we couldn't find it. It was missing. It was nowhere to be found other than a paper that says it was delivered. Well, we found it. The reason we couldn't find it was totaled. So I'll keep everybody informed as it comes along.
Was there a completion date on the contract when we purchased it?
No, we're, with the way it works is they give you an estimated time because we're going through state bid. So you have every other municipality, state police, everyone else bidding, so it's as it comes. Normally, it's a 4 to 6 month wait from the time we sign. We're hoping with what the folks at the dealership offered us, they're gonna probably get about 3 months off that list for us because we've been pushed to the front line for production.
I'm sure, yeah.
So that's where everything's at. I did notify Keystone Communications because all our equipment for these 2 vehicles is sitting in their building. And they were really good with us and they said, we don't have to come get it. They're gonna store it for us. So when the cars are delivered. So that was another big thing, but that's taken care of. So other than that, that's it.
Thank you, Chief.
You're welcome.
Just one question, Chief.
Yes,
The paper that you have, that you read off all of that stuff on with the calls and that.
yes.
Is there any way you'd be able to make us a copy of that we have that when?
I give it to Mr. Mayor. If you'd like, I have no issues.
No,
That you just included in our packet instead of trying to write down all that stuff on your.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great, thank you.
just make them pay the $10 like that.
I'll buy you the paper.
Yeah, that's
only you.
All right. Mrs. Kramer.
Hello, Mayor. Hello, Council. I did email you this evening. Solicitor Greco, I did not send it to you, but if you'd like a copy, let me know. What happened is our comprehensive plan is in draft form now. Attorney Greco, would you like a copy of that?
Yes, please.
Okay, sounds good. I'll make sure to send that to you. So, I don't have it in front of me, but I did email it to you. I think the only thing that's missing is chapter 4, which she was still working on. And then, so that'll be done, she said, midweek, and then she'll send us the whole packet, the draft. So,
53 page.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, so happy reading. Otherwise, we're just waiting for a bunch of contracts right now, so we can get moving on some projects like the, American Legion building and the fire truck for the fire company. And also mark your calendars for January 30th, from 6 to 7:30 at the library. You're gonna get your first looks at what the Independent Street Makeover project's going to look like. And also, we're gonna be working on the Safe Streets for All that night too. So we're combining the meetings. Please tell your neighbors, your friends, let's fill the room, so.
That's he's bringing donuts.
Yeah, I'll bring donuts.
What time is it?
6.
Well, maybe.
Yes. January 30th. Yep, January 30th, that's 6, we have it from 6 to 7:30. And yes, there will be donut holes. And that's all the updates I have right now. Send it over to Justin. Do you have anything you want to share?
Yes, I just had
I'm
one
sorry, go
question.
ahead.
No, and I only glanced at that email that you sent because it was a lot. But there's a lot of wrong information, names, okay, I didn't know
Yeah,
when that all has to get changed. I realize it's just a draft, but,
it's just a draft, but please mark it up and
okay.
so I can provide it to her. Yes, please.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
And all that.
On our police grant, do we have a deadline? Do we hear anything yet?
I can make an outreach and see. I mean, I have not been very lucky lately, so we have new leadership involved. And
It's just this grant's been awarded to a couple different departments and it just.
sorry.
But if you have time,
Yep.
that's all. You don't have to rush around to get it. Like I said, it's gonna be a gift, so.
Yeah. Justin?
All I have this week is the new Go Shamokin website is now live. It features a comprehensive business directory, events calendar, job postings, and every business in the Shamokin area can join it for free. I'm sure I missed a lot of businesses that I didn't see, but it'll constantly be updating and revolving with businesses. So if anybody needs help setting up their business on there, they can reach out to me, and I have no problem sitting down with them and getting everything going. That's all I have this week.
And Max, do you have anything you wanted to share?
I guess I can touch on, you may remember the MORE grant, municipal opportunity for energy efficiency. Their final report came out last week. And so now we are looking at next steps in terms of looking at possibly getting, or going through their more loan program. So talking with Bob Sleepy and then talking to Justin Betsy about it. So I think the next step is to come up with sort of a proposal that I'll bring to the city council agenda workshop, and we can talk through it there. But they highlighted a lot of changes we could take. Some are very minor and cost effective, like even just putting up the lines in this room, or even going through instituting a new boiler at the American Legion building, which could cost over $100,000. So a lot of options to look into, but now that we have the report, it's good to know what's going on in City Hall and the American Legion building. So.
Thank you.
Okay, is that it?
No word on the bridge?
Not yet, they're still working on the presentation and all that stuff.
They're still planning on having it done by April,
Mhm.
the plan, so then we can apply for the actual implementation, so.
I think the holidays are still in the balance.
Under new business, item 14 is gonna be pulled right now till we can review it further. And if I could get a motion for items 1 through 13, then items 15 through 18. Second. Anything on the question?
We should double check the calendar with all these dates, being that there's so many. Justin, have you, okay?
Well, yeah, there's really nothing in there for next year. This is pretty much just filling in the usual dates.
Okay, just asking so we don't have any problems.
I do it before it goes to him.
Okay, well, then I should mention.
So, motion by Mrs. Moyer, who seconded?
I did.
You did? Sorry.
Should you separate items 17 and 18?
Mr. Beck.
Want to set or separate motions?
Do them separate?
I don't think.
No, you don't have to?
No.
Why would that be?
Just because it's not related to, I know that each one, just.
Yeah, it's still all new business.
They're not all uniform. So you have a motion by Mrs. Moyer, seconded by Mayor Olway. On the question.
That was my question.
Okay, so, Mr. Buchanan?
Yeah.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yes.
Mrs. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
And Mayor Olway?
Yes.
The motion carries unanimous.
Okay, do we have anything under unfinished business?
Well, there's a whole bunch I could bring up there, but I would want to bring up the questions on the budget, on clarifying the zoning.
Chair will be able to do that at the next meeting, which is scheduled for the end of December. I don't have the date right.
I think it's 30.
The 30th.
We double check that, December 30th.
That's correct. Okay.
Do we have a date for that?
A Monday the
Yeah,
It's the 30th.
Monday the 30th.
yeah, what, 11?
In the past, it's either been 11 or 12 o'clock, the last meeting of the year, and that's been like that since my arrival.
Will that give you enough time?
Can you buzz that?
Remember, you said you needed time.
I will sure do my best. Yeah, I think that, but do we know what time it is, 11 or 12, or you won't go back for a little bit?
Let's say
Did you see?
11 o'clock?
yes.
I'm in the same predicament, I gotta find out.
And, what was that? Lewis Councilman brings oldies.
That's pizza. At 11 o'clock in the morning. I can bring coffee or donuts.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a problem.
Right, on some total coffee, the pizza, scotch.
Okay, we got that. Do you have anything for the board to commit? No. All right, then I will turn this over to Attorney Franklin.
Thank you, Mayor. The first item is just a motion to accept, and we could do all three motions at the end, to save a little time. That would be a motion to accept the check in the amount of $3,308 for the settlement of the sale of 721, 723 North Shamokin Street. And we do have $400 that we have gotten on a deposit as well to add to that. So that could be cleared out. The second item is request a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance 2024-7 regulating the conduct and advertising of yard sales, garage sales, and similar types of sales within the city. And again, I'm not going to read this word for word. I'm just required to read the top, but I'll read some of the highlights. An ordinance of the city of Shamokin, Northumberland County, Pennsylvania, regulating the conduct and advertising of yard sales, garage sales, and similar types of sales within the city of Shamokin, and imposing penalties for violations thereof. Whereas the city of Shamokin wishes to adopt an ordinance regulating the conduct and advertising of yard sales, garage sales, and similar types of sales within the city of Shamokin. Now therefore be it ordained by the council of the city of Shamokin that the purpose of this ordinance is intended to ensure that any yard sales conducted or advertised in the city are done so in a manner which protects the public health, safety, and welfare of those in the city of Shamokin by preserving the character and value of the neighborhoods in which the yard sales may occur, preventing prolonged or perpetual yard sales, preventing nuisances, complying with existing city ordinances, codes, and regulations, including the zoning ordinance. This ordinance shall be cited as the Shamokin City Yard Sale Ordinance. Definitions, unless otherwise expressly stated, the following terms and used in this ordinance shall be defined as set forth in this section. Advertising shall mean posting any sign, flyer, poster, bulletin, or other form of written communication regarding a yard sale in a place able to be seen by passersby, other motorists, bicyclists, or pedestrians from a public street or highway. City shall mean the city of Shamokin. Person shall mean any natural person, association, partnership, firm, corporation, organization, or other entity. Personal property shall mean, but is not limited to, household goods, merchandise, tools, clothes, toys, crafts, surplus items, and other items. Yard sales shall mean all sales in the city titled garage sales, yard sales, tag sales, port sales, lawn sales, attic sales, basement sale, rummage sale, flea market, or any similar casual sale of tangible personal property. The sale, public sale of personal property conducted on a residential property, and the public sale of personal property conducted on a non-residential property. Take a moment. Regulated conduct. No person shall conduct any yard sale within the city in violation of the ordinance. No person shall advertise within the city for any yard sale, regardless of the location, in violation of this ordinance. And no person shall permit any sale to occur in violation of this ordinance. This shall not apply to persons selling goods pursuant to an order or process of court, or powers as a duty as public officials. Selling or advertising an item on personal property which are specifically named and described in the advertisement do not exceed 9 in number. Any publisher of a newspaper, magazine, or other publication, any sale conducted by any legitimate business or commercial or industrial establishment zoned under the zoning regulation, and any sale conducted by a business, commercial, or industrial, or sales conducted on a property zoned and not otherwise prohibited under this ordinance. Sales by a bona fide charitable, educational, cultural, or governmental institution. Any public auction conducted by the auctioneer. General regulations, only 4 yard sales may be held per year on the same property in the city. No yard sale may continue for more than 3 consecutive days. No yard sale may be conducted on the public sidewalks of the city. Advertising shall not occur more than 7 days before begins and shall be completed be removed no later on the day after the yard sale. The sign cannot be greater than 6 square feet. The advertising shall not be placed on the public road, shall not interfere with the visibility at road intersections or exceed 36 inches in height. No advertising shall interfere with the public use of road or walkway. All advertising shall be in the front of the advertising the date of the yard sale and when it's ended. Penalties for violation on the first offense, $100; on the second offense, $250, $500 for the third offense. And every single item of advertising as violation shall be a separate offense. This ordinance shall be enforced by the city police department or the designee of the city of Shamokin code office. All ordinances or parts thereof which may be in conflict are hereby repealed. This ordinance shall take effect within 10 days. So that's that second reading.
I thought you said you were just doing the highlight.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
once you're on the roll.
You're reading my mind.
I'm sorry, I'll try to do better. This is the city's copy. So we don't lose it.
Are you done? No.
No, I'm like Ray, I'm just. This would be the second reading of the ordinance of the city of Shamokin of Berlin County, Pennsylvania, amending ordinance 450, the solid waste ordinance. Now therefore be it ordained by the council of the city of Shamokin that definitions are amended to include the following: household garbage, any waste materials generated from residential properties, including but not limited to refuse, food waste, used household items, and any non-commercial waste. City trash receptacle, any trash bins or containers placed on public areas of the city for the purpose of collecting waste from public use. City shall be the city of Shamokin. Prohibitions: the following shall be added to section 450-3, dumping prohibited. It shall be unlawful for any individual to deposit or cause to be deposited household garbage, trash, rubbish, refuse into any city trash receptacle. E, this prohibition applies to all residents, visitors, and businesses within the jurisdiction of the city. The following may be exempt from this: city waste generated during public city events, items that are explicitly designated for public disposal, preparation and storage under section 450-6B1 shall now read: containers used for the storage of municipal waste shall be of metal, plastic, or fiberglass construction, rust and corrosion resistant, equipped with lids, waterproof and leak-proof, and except in the case of bulk containers, indoor containers shall be a maximum of 20 gallons, and outdoor containers a maximum of 95 gallons in capacity. Any larger than 95 gallons or 100 pounds will be considered a dumpster and will need to follow dumpster guidelines under Chapter 206. Section 456-6B2 shall now read: a sufficient number of containers shall be utilized to contain all municipal waste materials that are required to be placed in containers generated from periods between regular pickups or more often with excess trash. 456C1 shall now read: our garbage shall be drained of excess fluids and wrapped in paper or be placed in plastic bags before being placed in waste storage containers of metal, plastic, or fiberglass construction. Should be rust and corrosion resistant, equipped with lids, waterproof, and leak proof. Added to the following section of 456C1A, all bags that are being placed out for collection that are not in a proper storage container must be a proper heavyweight, 3.0 milliliters or thicker, see-through construction, and must maintain physical integrity when lifted. All bags must be securely tied to the top of the bag so no waste or odor can escape and no rodents or animals can access. At no time shall thin, lightweight bags be used. This ordinance shall be enforced by the city code officer or the Shamokin Police Department, or their designee shall have the authority to enforce it. Any person violating this shall be sentenced to pay a fine of not less than 100 and not more than 1,000, plus cost of prosecution and up to imprisonment of 90 days in jail. Section 5, storage, amend section 450-17 to include Container lids must fit properly and shall be kept tightly sealed or covered at all times. Solid waste and bags shall not protrude or extend above the top of the sides. Reusable containers shall be kept in a sanitary condition at all times. Interior containers shall be thoroughly cleaned, rinsed, drained, and disinfected as often as necessary to prevent the accumulation of liquids, solids, and odors from the bottom and sides. With the exception of pickup days, the containers shall be properly stored on the owner's or customer's premises at all times. At no time shall the containers be stored on public walkways, sidewalks, streets, alleys, or rights of way, or another property without proper written consent. At no time shall garbage or municipal waste be burned within the city limits. Garbage containers shall be placed at the collection point no earlier than 6 p.m. on the day preceding collection and shall be returned to their normal store location by 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the day of collection. At no time should the garbage containers restrict travel on any walkway, street, or alley. If any ordinance is inconsistent with this, it's hereby repealed, and this ordinance shall be effective 10 days after enactment. Losing my voice. I'm sorry?
Do you need a water?
I need another tick. So we would need a motion to approve items 1, 2, 3.
I'll motion. I'll second.
Second, Taylor first. Anything on the question?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to comment that, for the public, because if you get a bunch of people that are asking me, what is this with the waste ordinance to that ordinance? This is amending things that are already on the books. And if you look at it, they're telling you trash bags, you're not gonna put your household garbage in city trash receptacles. So that's why we're doing that. That's becoming part of this ordinance, as well as if you are a homeowner and you're putting your garbage out there, waiting for your garbage man, let's say, I have Tuesdays, guess what? My trash bags are tied up, they're put out, I know my trash guy's coming, he's gonna pick them up. We have no issues with that. What these are doing is it's taking away from people putting their waste bags and just throwing them out, and then all of a sudden, all the garbage goes all over the place because of a windy day. So please, guys, it's just logical. That's what we're voting on. Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Mr. Clements?
Yes.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yes.
Ms. Moyer?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mayor Older?
Yes.
The motion carries unanimous.
I have nothing further, Mayor.
Well. All right, at this time, citizens' comments.
Sir, did you sign in when you
Yes,
came?
I did.
Thank you very much.
I jumped the gun earlier, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Dave Rozeski, I am the manager at the Napa Auto Parts, and I hope that this chapter 450 puts some teeth into my problem that I have. And I'm gonna pass these pictures. I did talk to Barry and to Mike. This big, I'm gonna pass these around. I talked to Bruce. Bruce helped somewhat, but his hands are tied. So basically, if you look, there's the dates on the back of them, or how that stuff grows. And the last pictures are from this morning. So this problem I have, it's the neighbor behind the store piling their garbage on our sidewalk at the store. And right where it is, there's a wooden blanked out window. Somebody starts a fire in that garbage. Guess what? We got 6 apartments above the store. Okay? Like I said, I said this to Bruce before because somebody lit a garbage can out in the front a couple months ago, right, Bruce? So just to bring that to your attention, I hope this 450 puts teeth into something. But the big thing is, it's on our property, on our sidewalk. It's not our garbage. Napa doesn't want it there. Napa's insurance doesn't want it there, and I sure the heck don't want it there.
Sir, have you talked to Mr. Gorman?
Uh, I did talk to him. It's not his rental. He rents he owns the building.
Oh, okay, then let's forget that.
Yeah, he owns the building.
Own the building that you're in.
Right. But he does not own the house where the problem is.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, Bruce can tell you who owns that.
We'll talk.
Okay,
We'll talk.
that's all I have.
So that's just a neighbor carrying their own trash and putting it
Put it on there.
Yeah,
on your
they,
property.
they'll stand on the porch and throw the bag.
That's Water Street, right? Water Street.
No, that's Walnut Street.
Walnut Street, Walnut.
Walnut. We're on the corner of Walnut and Market. So it's on the back. It's the 200 block and it's right where the houses start.
It was a friggin' mess at lunchtime when I drove by there too.
Mm-hmm.
Can we have these pictures, sir?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Put them in a paper if you want.
Great.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Have a good night.
Can you pass those down?
Well, you can, but it's gonna come down to we get up to the. How do we know what it says? And you know as well as I do what's gonna happen at the master road. Now, I will give Bruce credit, because Bruce digs, and Bruce finds us names and everything else. So that'll be something tomorrow that Bruce and I will talk about.
Okay.
And you'll understand this. We're citing on information received, which is being received from Bruce. However, the question, as you would know, is prove that I put it there.
Right.
Just because my name's in a garbage bag.
Well, if his name's in 10 garbage bags.
Yeah.
Then it's a little different.
What about the garbage cans being on someone else's property? I mean, I think that's part of our code now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bruce, yes? Okay. So if nothing else, we can make them pile it somewhere other than there until we can get
Yes.
this through.
Bruce, with that house, where is their receptacle picked up at? Do you remember? See, I don't know either, because that was, and the only reason I'm talking is past experience that we have with science, because there has to be an area accessible for receptacle to be retrieved or removed. So that's why we're just checking.
And repeat that part?
I don't know where the house is positioned, but there's a lot of times, like when the trash collectors come, they have to put in a specific area for the trash collector. You can't get their truck down the alleyway, you can't do it, you can't do that. Normally, that's prearranged. We've never ran into anything like someone just come and dump their garbage and saying, see ya. It's more for pickup, which that's why I don't think there's an issue at all. Yeah, for sure.
The front of that house faces Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Face behind.
Basically, Walnut.
Faces wall, correct, yes.
Thank you.
Nice meeting, I can throw them on the wall.
Right. But at the same time, we would need permission. So I would abstain.
That's just what we.
Well, the store would like that, I guess.
Right.
Well, he just approved it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Kinder, do you want to give any update on the Home Rule Study Commission?
Sure,
or-
just briefly, we are, halfway through, we're actually at the stage now where we're going down chapter and verse through third class city code and, putting together what we believe will be, the most, efficient product we can produce. City council moving forward, Bruce. In the future, at least for the next 5 years. Yeah. It's going well, we have another 5 more months before the deadline of July to get it on the November ballot. We're gonna try for spring, but it's just impossible. There's a lot of detail. The Class City Code is very boring and, it's not something you wanna pick up and read every day. But, it is going well and I'm pleased with everyone's cooperation to help once again.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else from that? Yes, sir.
Just one more thing, and I didn't see all of it, but I heard today. So we had another partial collapse of a Red X property.
Yeah.
But is there something we can do, and this is probably more solicitor wise, on the properties that are already falling or in that much disrepair that they're dangerous. Is there some way we can put a lien on those properties for demolition, future demolition?
We, is that the question? I don't wanna cut you off.
Well, yes, if that's the question, at least until you get answered.
We can put a lien on it for cost actually incurred, not anticipated costs.
Okay. So if the city were to secure the property, plywood doors, plywood windows to make it
Yes,
safe, okay?
Yes, I see this one.
We could place a lien on the property for that.
yes.
Or if we hired a contractor to do
You
that.
have to send notice to the owner saying you've got to do it within a short period of time. If not, we're going to do it and we're going to lien on it. So you have to at least give them an opportunity to cure it themselves.
Okay, but we can.
I'm sorry?
We can do that.
Yes.
How long do we have to go?
A reasonable time, I'm not talking 30 days, like, if it's something that's creating a public hazard like that, we're gonna give them 7 days, something like that, or else we're gonna do it. But you have to give them some notice.
Oh, yeah, no, I have no issue with giving the notice. I prefer that the homeowner
Sure,
take
yeah.
responsibility. But, I mean, this is just getting to be I'm not gonna say monthly issue, but this is 3 in a very short period of time.
We don't wanna deal with another 7th Street.
We do have funds in neighborhood mitigation for that.
Well, I think this house was already on to be ripped down, correct?
It
was, and then they sold
And then they sold it, so now.
So it started all over again.
Oh,
Jeez, one of them.
but I'm saying we have funds to do what you're saying, if you need to put up wood or.
Okay, and yes, and that would just be a question of the best way to handle that, whether we did it or if we had a contractor do it.
I mean, if, we have to worry about liability to our employees if we're gonna do it.
Correct, which is why I'm thinking.
Right.
I thought maybe once we touch it, then it almost becomes art, you know?
Well, but we've given them a chance, you know, they have to be given an opportunity to.
Well, after that 7 day kick,
Yeah.
if we touch it, then does it become?
No, it's not ours, it doesn't become our property, we're not.
Not our
condemning
property, but our
Right.
problem, I
it.
should say.
As long as we don't make it worse,
Okay.
we're okay.
Mr. Mayor, real quick in reference to the trash. Okay, I recall this, that Bruce has been working. They have been signed up by both Bruce and department. This is one of those questions again, with these garbage cans being here for pickup. I understand it's a payment, I understand it's up against the building. But I'm gonna talk to Ben about it, because Bruce cited her as well as Ben. And the garbage was cleared when Ben went down Sunday.
Or Saturday.
It was one of the nights there on the weekend,
Saturday.
and it was cleared, and that was after,
Yes.
codes, citations, and warning. So, yeah, but they were cited, they were, now that it's on its way up to the judge's place, so they were cited.
Yeah, the only thing there, chief, that I would throw into that, I'm sorry, Bob.
That's okay, go ahead.
The only thing I would throw into that, being that I drive by that's been that way for months,
Yeah.
2 months. So, like, as far as putting it out for
You're right,
collection,
it goes down, and then it goes
Yeah.
back up, and it goes up, and she gets more, and then she gets rid of it.
and as far as putting it out for collection, if
Right.
our old ordinance.
Because I was looking at it, there's room in front of her that she could put it in front of her property for pickup.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm thinking, I was totally thinking that the house was on a side street, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Because I'm thinking, was there a place that she could put the receptacles out? But there is, right in front of her house. I'm familiar with it now, because Bruce and I have talked about this on several other occasions.
And I would
So
almost
they
bet
decided.
that, Muzz, you're sitting back there, I would almost bet that they wouldn't have an issue if it was there for 12 hours or 24 hours.
I understand if for
and
pickup,
then-
that's one thing, but leaving it there just
Right.
piling up, that ain't
Right.
working.
Yeah.
No,
3 months at a time.
yeah, that ain't working.
Yeah, and that's
No.
that's my only point, and
No.
hopefully the new ordinance will cover that
And it
sufficient.
still does. I mean, we started under the ordinance and also under the, which one did you cite under?
Accumulation trash.
Trash. I'm sorry, it's on my mind. Yeah,
308.1.
yeah, accumulation of trash. Sorry.
No, we're good.
Okay, well, at this time, there being no further business, we will adjourn the meeting. Everybody have a great holiday and a wonderful Christmas.
Merry Christmas.